Check, 1, 2. Checky, 1, 2. Wouldn't that be funny if I just like don't even do what I'm supposed to do today and I just sit here? I'm just swinging. Swinging. Hey, y'all. Hey, what you doing? How you doing? We just got our swords this morning. Oh, that's so cold. That is so cold on my back. Oh my God. You know when you do something and you're like, that's freezing cold. Like a cold plunge. Hey, what's up? Good morning, Vietnam. I got a potato. I got some turtles. What am I going to do with this potato? And I've got my sword and I've got my workbook. And we're doing the workbook today. This is what you do when you pretend like you can juggle with a potato. Hey y'all, hey. So I've got YouTube going. I've got you going. Hey TikTok, hey. I'm gonna move and see your whoa. Hey, swinging. I love it. So, good morning. We're on. I don't even know what day we're on of this workbook, but we are on page 85. I don't even know what day it is. It's Tuesday, August something. What I don't even know. Sweet sword, you look like fun. I am fun. You look like fun. Hey, does that mean you're new here? Because I'm Angela Shelton. I'm a filmmaker and a big mouth and a superhero for the whole family, really. Even the creepy uncle. I mean, it's the 22nd. Thank you, kitty. Okay, so hey, Frambo. Hey, Frambo. Forgive my eyesight. I have 15 glasses. Sometimes I can see you. Sometimes I can't. I need Elvis. And I'm a superhero for little kids and the whole family, even the creepy uncle. And what I do is all heal. Even though I make movies and I do music and I write books and I have a cooking show and I have a kids show, I do a lot in the world. I'm like a kaleidoscope or like a reverse fireworks display. But everything I do has the foundation of a healing and awareness so that you can switch your brain and heal your stuff up so that you live joyful lives no matter what you've been through. And I'm a big supporter of men and especially male survivors, and I'm a big supporter of all of us survivors who've been through hell. Yeah. And I don't know if you knew this, but organized perpetrators control things way too much, and they have poisoned our lives and poisoned our food, and they continue to perp on our kids. And I'm here to tell you, there are more of us than there are of them. So that's why I share healing techniques and ways to have aha moments and ways to get from victim to survivor to warrior to reformer really fast so that we elevate and expand and help each other, and you remove all judgments and comparison of yourself to anyone else ever. Like, it's gone, because we're in this together. We're like in a battle, right? The battle of life. You got your sword, I got my sword. I have my island. I'm a warrior on my island. You're a warrior on your island. Wherever you at, wherever you are at on the healing process, I heart you. Whether you're just beginning, whether you're like, I ain't got no problems. I'm like, God bless you. So the sword, ow, God, I'm funny too sometimes, especially in bed. Lord, does she go there? I go everywhere. I go everywhere because we have to heal the whole thing. So if we're going to talk about healing child sex, like abuse, you also have to heal the parts. You know what I'm saying? It's all it's all full circle. And the sword is a concept I came up with literally years ago. I think it's over 20 years now. And I'm a filmmaker. I do comedy. I write movies and I write books. And I was on the road in the world of trauma informed care, if you know what that is. So, hey, good morning. So, oh, what's happening? And I was on the road talking about trauma, and I had this epiphany that our trauma is like getting pierced with a sword, because I've heard all of them. Like, it's like you can't tell me a new trauma. I'm like, oh yeah, okay. Whether it's you went through something horrible, or whether you witnessed something horrible, or whether you know your last girlfriend. I mean, seriously, it's like getting pierced with a sword. So, and you can live like that. You can live like that. You can be in chronic pain. So that's why this is used so well. This workbook that I have this workbook, and also there's this one. It's a coloring book. It's the same book. They have different pictures inside. Same book, and it's used by therapists and support groups and retreats, literally all over the world. I think it's being translated into German now, and it's a concept that you can use with it applying to any trauma. Love your rats. Nice, thanks. And what? Oh yeah, thanks. They ain't mine. I didn't kill it. And so you can use this concept to apply it to anything. What you talking about? And it's trauma, like whatever your trauma is. Like, is it getting pierced with a sword? And you can live like that for the rest of your life. You can. Hey, you can continue having chronic health problems. This causes migraines, body problems, spiritual problems, hard to cuddle, hard to have, intimate, real relationships. Sorry, I'm paying for something I ate is what's happening. And what'd you say? And so you can live like that. You can live like in trauma, and people do it all the time. Or you can remove it, which is addressing the trauma, which is all crying and rage. That's it boils down to. And then you heal the wound, and then you have it. So like then there's the moment where you're like, oh wait, all the stuff I went through is just something I went through, and then it doesn't define me. Oh, and then you can use it. So your sword becomes, for me, it's my camera, my pen, your microphone, your paintbrush, your whatever the hey you're doing in your world. What do you mean, geez, spit it out? My workbook seems to be stuck. What do you mean? It does, yeah, make a move. Yeah, seriously, it's like, you can live like that, or you remove it, and then you have it, and then you become, the warrior that you are in your life. And you use that word however it resonates with you. Some people are like, I don't like the word warrior. It seems so violent. I'm like, reformer, full human, using your life experiences to do better in the world, because there's a reason that you're here, and the reason that your purpose in this world is more important than your pain. Swallow that one. Your purpose in this world is more important than your pain. Did you hear me? Yeah. So we've been doing this workbook, and now we're on page, now we're on step 4, using the sword. And I have all these videos up on my website and in my app. I have an app. It's Angela Shelton. It's I Love Angela Shelton. And it's on Google and Apple. I'm putting this up for free. I'm also putting it up for free on my YouTube. Hey, y'all on my YouTube. Hey, y'all on my TikTok. Just so you know, I'm going to say it out loud. I love TikTok more than YouTube. We have a thing going on. Shh. We have a thing going on. Hey! So I'm a little bit like, I'm feeling the weather change and something I ate. So I apologize for my deep, sexy voice this morning. I'm not going to apologize about it at all. Right? So when you are, there's Heather.
Do you do bread at all?
No.
No bread. Okay.
Eggs and bacon.
Eggs.
You're hot as hell. She is.
No.
You are. You know what happens? Listen, I'm going to warn you. I'm going to warn y'all. When you are friends with me and you're fans with me and you're like, I love you, come to my house. I am at Heather's house right now.
Yeah.
Because I'm on a road trip. And I was like, I'm coming by your house. And we stayed up all night and did Regenerate. Yeah, that's what happened here. That's what happens with me. Careful inviting me, because I will show up. I'm just telling you that. Oh my goodness, lady, you are finer than a frog. Wait, what? You are finer than a frog hair split 3 ways? Can I just is it this way? This way? Oh God, that's awesome. What's your name? Jimmy Trucks. I got a thing for plow trucks. Let me tell you, I like me some plow trucks. That's so funny. I appreciate you. Thank you for that. That made my day. Good morning. Sheet. Gotta go. Oh no. I love it. I love seeing you. So the reason I'm doing this and I'm saving them and I'm putting, hey Rondi, and I'm putting them on my site, and I will repurpose this. I'll give you many different ways in which to find this stuff again. Also, I have a course. I have a course with all this. It's AngelaShelton.com. You can find pretty much everything, including how to date me, which you can't on AngelaShelton.com. You can find out all that stuff. I am personally reorganizing all my site and stuff, like many of us are reorganizing our lives after we've been through the pandemic. I mean trauma. So, how are y'all this morning? I can't see. Need to rotate camera for. Wait, what? I need to rotate. Oh, I need to do this, like this. Does that work? Oh, it's weird. It just went weird. Need to rotate the camera for YouTube. How's that? Is that good? That's funny. That looks better. Hey, YouTube, you're looking better. Can't date you. That's really fun. You can date me, but you have to go through my sister. I've just changed everything. I literally am like, I ain't gonna date anybody anymore. You have to call my sister. So if you can get past my sister, sure, have at it. It's AngelaShelton.com. There's a blog. It says how to date me or dating or something. And there's a whole long list of what I like. Like, I like country boys. I support men. Like, I like men, and preferably younger than me. What'd you say? What'd you say? Motocross, hammock camping. I mean, if you can go down that list and you're like, oh, yeah, okay, yeah, I got, yeah, then call my sister, and then I'll never see you. Oh, I wish you great luck. I wish you great luck. You have to go through. I mean, and that is it's a test. It's a test for humanity right there, because I love her and I love y'all, and really, she's so much. My sister is is very clever and tough as nails. And for all of the fellows out there that need lectures and spankings and stuff, just call my sister. I mean, just if you can get past her, then we might be best friends, honestly, if you can get past my sister. If my sister calls me and says, you know what, I think you should meet this guy, I'm like, I literally am gonna fall over. I will fall over and collapse. So anyway, anxious juice. I got my, you know what, I'm having anxious juice. Yes, I am. Yeah, that's right. I got kicked off of Tinder 4 times. I hope you can say that word on TikTok. Jeez. Anyway, so in the realm of, believe me, I should do a series on dating. Right now, this series in the mornings, every morning, is we're going through this workbook, and all August. So if you've come upon me, what'd you say? Call my sister. Angela, behave. Then, if you've come upon me, we are doing this workbook all August in the morning. Okay, so that's why you're like, why does she have a sword? So we're at this phase where step 4, you use the sword, and how does that work? How do you use your past trauma to make yourself better and elevate and expand faster and have more fun in life, right? I mean, because so many of us have been through so much that I'm all about like being mirrors for each other for more fun. And I'm like, I raised my hand a long time ago. I'll be the funny one. I'm like, you've got like a light. You've got like a light of God coming in over here at YouTube. Hey y'all. So I raised my hand, and I'll be the funny one. I'll bring the fun and the funny in the face of all the fears. Okay? So I'm not the speaker. I speak all the time. I just booked another in Nashville. I'm speaking at the Happy Life. I can't wait. I'm so excited. But I'm the funny one. I'm not the one that's going to send you statistics and like bore the hell out of you and make you drive your car off a cliff talking about the realities of perpetrators. I'm going to share fun ways that survivors of, and also those of you who support survivors, like you're in your relationships with poison people, that how we can all elevate and expand and like live more joyful lives together. Agreed? Okay, so then because there are more of us than there are perpetrators. Just think about that one. Swallow that one. Y'all are getting like the light of God over here. You're welcome. Is that better? How you doing? I'm like, wow, this is it's symbolic over here on YouTube. You're trying to get my attention. So, agreed. Yes, agreed. So here we are on page 85, and it applies even if you've just come upon me and you never met me before. You know, I've got this lot. There we go. So you can see my. There we. Hey, how's that? Okay. So you are worthy of living a fun and joyful life. Would you say you are worthy of living a fun and joyful life? So many of us are like, oh, not me. No, I'm not worthy. I can't. I'm not worthy to date Angela Shelton. Oh God. Oh, I love you. The chimes start chiming. So take note that the sword, okay, this is in the workbook, just like your trauma is something outside of you. Oh, it doesn't define you. It's just something that happened. It does not define who you are. Duh. Like, that's why this concept works so well. Okay, you ready for this one? This one's the puke one. This is the one I'm like, oh, brother. I'm going to puke. Write a forgiveness letter to yourself. Oh, for God's sake. I can see the men in here that are like, I roll it. Apologize for any ways you have held yourself back. And make a promise to parent yourself well from now on. I hate this workbook. I'm just going to put it up. This is lame as hell. Okay, so full disclosure. My Apple podcast is fantastic. I'm on number 2. Oh, nice. I have a podcast called 101 Ways to Heal That. Bleep. And it's very fun. It's funny and informative. I love you, Rondi. I'm on episode 33 of 101. So, and we do have 101 episodes. So bear with me, because I'm also just doing 1 million things, including this. So this whole like writing a letter to yourself, that whole writing a letter, writing it down, journaling, writing positive affirmations. I'm the one, I wrote this workbook, okay? And it's used by therapists and support groups and retreats all over the world. I personally am like, oh brother, write it down, I'm gonna skip that part, and I'm the first one to do it. I'm the first one to roll my eyes about it, okay? So full disclosure. Hey Peyton, God, I wish that was the really you. Wouldn't that be fun? Shoo, Lord have mercy. Whew, Lord. But I believe nothing. Call my sister. So the whole write a forgiveness letter to yourself, it seems so stupid. And I'm the first one to say it. I'm the first one to say this. But in the realm of healing and actually elevating and moving on and like introducing yourself to the you that you know you to be, right? Instead of staying stuck. Because your true purpose and what you're meant to do in this world is more important than your pain. I know I repeat myself a lot, but I do that intentionally so that it can get drilled into your brain. Your true purpose, why you're here, only you can do it. There's only one you. That is more important than your pain. What did you say? I said your true purpose is more important than your pain. And many of us will get stuck in our pain. Am I right? You'll get stuck, and you will get stuck in complaining. You'll get stuck in scrolling and swiping for everything else in life besides yourself. You'll get stuck in trying to make somebody else want you. You'll get stuck in trying to fix something. You'll get stuck in addictions. You'll get stuck in, like, what do you get stuck in? You know? Throat singing. I love that. I dig that Hugh song. That guy is hot as hell. I mean, seriously. I'm just gonna. You want to know my type? Look over there. Woo. Anyway, we're on forgiveness, and that word forgiveness is so triggering. Like, so you can say the word forgiveness, and you're like, bleh, like, what society tells us to do? What? Yeah, work. Hey, what do you mean work? And morning. Hey, good morning, Toxic. I love it. Good morning, Toxic. You written any poems today? Your purpose is more important than your pain. So, writing a letter of forgiveness to yourself and even forgiving yourself is huge. And it sounds stupid as hell. Oh, you're stuck in work. Got you. I feel you. Um, well, good. Make that work more fun, would you? Joyfully work through the work. Joyfully work through the work. Joyfully work through the work. Hey, good morning, Rachel. So we're talking to forgiveness. It's that word that makes you want to puke, makes you want to forget. And forgiveness is a huge one to do for yourself. Like you could, and we can have that conversation like forgiving the perp. Many people are like, I ain't doing it. And the forgiveness has nothing to do with the perpetrator. It has everything to do with you holding on to it in your body. It doesn't mean you condone it. It doesn't mean you support it. It means that you have let go of holding it in your own body. Okay? There's a sun streak across your face. I know. And it looks like I got my guns on, too. I need somebody to pull my straps tight. Hey, Peyton, are you real? So, forgiveness is the most liberating and transformative acts you can take. Really, truly, it's like, I'm going to say that is 100% true. And also, it's a huge trigger word. You say the word forgiveness, and it's like, right? So, a great place to start is forgiving yourself. Like, I mean, number one, my book that's coming out with my show, like the message of that book is stop doing to yourself what the perpetrators or the abusers did to you. And when you really wrap your head around that, of the layers of what you have done to yourself that are the same thing that the abuser and perpetrator did, you will find a list. Because that's how you're eating, how you're talking to yourself, how you're treating yourself. I mean, you're like, oh shit. You know what I mean? Oh, Angela's going to get in trouble. Yeah, it's really, right? Thank you, Toxic, for saying that. Like, hello. Thank you, Toxic, for... Yeah, so stop doing to yourself what the perpetrator or abuser did to you. That share it what it is. It's like, what are you doing? Like that's either you're not eating, or you're eating too much, or you're telling yourself horrible things. You're treating yourself horribly. That literally is doing to yourself what the abuser did to you, including neglect. Like neglect is another form of abuse, and so then you neglect yourself. You're like, oh. So whatever you're doing with your time and putting in your mouth, all things, whatever you're putting in your mouth, if it's the same thing that, you know what I'm saying? Then look and see, is this the same thing that was the abuse? Then that's going to have to stop. And that the forgiveness comes to that. Like, I forgive myself for all the times that I actually beat myself up. Like, I was a beater-upper, y'all. I would smack the she's out of myself in order to get a dude to stop yelling at me. Wrap your head around that. So I would rather be, like, I would stop the madness of being berated and yelled at by smacking my own self. That's what, and I'm full reveal and tell everything so that you'll find something in my story that applies to you. I have no secrets. You can ask me anything. It's worth it to me. This is also why I have a spicy link, because it's worth it to me to reveal everything to get to healing. So, and the forgiveness for me personally was how I beat myself up. And I used to smoke 2 packs a day. I beat myself up. My chronic thought patterns in my head were piece of crap, ugly, piece of shit, like, unworthy, ain't nobody wants you, you'll never measure up. This was my negative thought patterns in my head when I'm on the cover of magazines, when I'm the face of campaigns, when I'm in runway shows. I'm being paid thousands of dollars for my looks, and my thought brain, your thought brain, the thoughts in your brain were terrible. And so I share this with you to also show you that it doesn't matter where you're coming from. It doesn't matter. Like, Your family is from Shelton Laurel? Shut the hell up, Tammy. I love Shelton. That's my family. They were all massacred. Really? The Shelton Laurel massacre. We were helping them poor people. We were stealing food from the rich and giving it to the poor. That's my family. And then we all got killed. God love you. That's funny. My thought brain. I'm having that kind of morning. You're like, I have my thought brain. Yeah. Well, forgiving yourself. Forgiving yourself is really huge. And I'm telling you, I'm the first person that's going to be like, oh, brother, writing a letter. Writing a letter. But I'm telling you, it does work. It really is powerful to write it out. And just take them, I mean, in a journal, in a book. You can get these books. You can buy them on Amazon. You can download it. You can pull a piece of paper out of your printer and just write down, like, all the, like, I forgive you. Like, so that it's you know you to be. The warrior you, the reformer you, the one that you always wanted to be. Write the letter from that person and say, like, hey, I forgive you, you dumbass. Like, I'm a dumb model. I'm naive as hell. That's why you have to go through my sister to date me, because I am naive as hell. I'm like, but he's so nice. And my sister's gonna be like so. So I forgive myself for being an idiot, a dumbass, a dumb model, and also I forgive myself for being. But I'm not gonna lose that naivete. You see what you're like. I forgive myself, but I also super love myself, and I'm like, you're precious. You are so naive. But you know what? I'm not gonna lose that naivete, because that's my little precious self. I'm gonna protect myself. Does that make sense? So I wanna, Abe, I'm gonna just I don't want to miss some of your comments. This is self-abuse because you believe them. Yes, you believed the abuse because it's ingrained in us, and then you repeat it. So that's the rule. Like, stop doing to yourself what they did to you. I mean, rule step 1. And then another big one is it's easier done than said. Because we can say, like, it's easier said than done. No, that's not true, because you need to and stop talking about it. You can say things for 25 years, laying on a sofa, and not actually do something. It's easier to do it than to say it. So just do it. Speaking of, Timothy's gonna come over here. I see Timothy wanting to come out of his bag. He's like, hey, what about me? He's holding on the sword. Look at, he's like, hey, what about me? So victims minimize their needs as to not create waves. Once I was self-abused. Yeah, when you see that you're self-abusing, that's a huge thing. And men and women, this is not gender specific. Men and women do it, like we all do it to ourselves. And when you have the aha moment of it's the same abuse, your negative thought patterns, what you're putting in your mouth and what you're telling yourself in your mind, it's a repeat of what the abuser did to you, or abusers did to you, including whatever abuse it was, like neglect including. So when you see that, when you have that aha moment and you're like, oh hell, then your life is instantly different. You're welcome, because you're no longer allowed to do the abusive stuff to yourself. Does that make sense? Can I get an emoji? Can I get an emoji like, I get it now? Yes. Is that right? Yeah, be a dear. Hey, baby. Oh, God, there he goes. Jesus. Timothy likes my nose. So Timothy, what are you going to forgive yourself for? Always picking my nose. Timothy, seriously. This is Timothy, y'all. My daughter named him. Everybody else gets to name my puppets on my TikTok. And I'm almost home to get me more puppets to name, but right now we're with Timothy. Hey, baby. Oh, God, thank you. Oh, Jesus. So, writing a letter to apologize to yourself. And I'm always going to go first to give you examples, So, I forgive myself. I need to forgive myself for not dancing every day. Because I want dancing every day to be on my list. And do I do it? Have I done it today? No. Is it on my list tomorrow? No. Have I done it yesterday? No, I didn't do it yesterday either. Did I make a promise to do dancing every day on my Instagram? Yes, I did. Have I done it? No. No, I have not. Am I going to beat myself up for it? Years ago, I would have. And now I'm like, well, hell, no. I'm going to, I'm going to, I'm going to dance. So here's what we can do for each other is help each other keep our commitments. So that's also why I go to, when I come to your house, Rondi, or when I go to like events, and that I'm adding it into your list of like, hey, add dancing. Add, we're gonna go start a dance floor. What's a raspberry? Is that, what is a raspberry? By the way, I've never seen so many in my life. You know when you arrive, I'm gonna tattle on you, girl. And she's like, I don't know why I'm single. And I'm like, you have 11 cats. I also do comedy. I don't know why I'm single. I have 11 cats. You pretty much got it there. Yeah, I'm not coming over. They're not mine. But I just thought it was funny. I love you, Heather. It was just funny. She's like, I don't know why I'm single. I'm like, maybe because you have 11. Listen, I'm being nice. I love all y'all. So, writing a letter to yourself of forgiveness. I know I'm the first person that I'm like, oh, yawn, oh, vomit. I'm glad that you got that joke, Rondi. You know when you wonder? Oh my God. And then there's the next thing on here, in this page, I'm going to read it, is make a promise to yourself to parent yourself. Because really, most of us, right, we were raised by wolves and we weren't taught how to parent because we didn't have, we didn't have good parents. You have to literally learn to parent. I love you, Rondi. Thank you. I like getting tapped. You're naughty. I know. So, on these workbooks, you can download them. They're, you can get them for like $9 if to download it, or you can, spend the money to get the actual printed one. I start it for you, like, dear whoever the hell you, thank you for being so special. And then it's like, a whole workbook to fill it out. The reason that you write it down is because it accesses your subconscious, and a really great way, especially when you want to forgive yourself of something, and let your inner child tell you. And I know that too makes me want to yawn and roll my eyes because I'm like, oh brother, here we go, freaking inner child. Let's do all the healing techniques known to man, blah blah blah. But it does work when you write out in your non-dominant hand what your little kid wants to be forgiven for, wants forgiveness for, wants to be parented well. You can write in your other hand. So if you're right-handed, write in your left hand. It sounds weird and crazy, but it will access like subconscious pieces of your brain because you won't judge yourself. You won't like stop yourself because you're writing in a hand that you don't usually write with, and stuff will come up that you don't expect. You're welcome. There's ways to trick the brain because many times our brains will, because your ego is trying to protect yourself from more abuse. So I mean, you got to thank your ego. Thanks for sticking around. I got you. I understand what you're doing. I got this. Like, you don't have to keep protecting me by shutting everything out. You see what I mean? Does that make sense? Makes sense. Another way to trick your brain is to go forward is there's a book called The One Command, and the cliff notes of that one command, the whole book is, I don't know how, blank, I only know that, blank, and I am completely fulfilled. So, I don't know how I live a joyful life based after what the hell I went through. I only know that I am living, and I'm completely fulfilled. because the reason for that is because those of us who have been through trauma, when you start saying like, I live a joyful life, your negative little fella will come up. No, you don't. You hate yourself. No, you don't. You're an addict. No, you don't. You got all this other stuff. No, you don't. Do you know what you did last summer? There's pictures, and they're for sale. But in order to trick your brain, when you say I don't know how, it puts like a little block in your brain because your brain doesn't have time. They're like, oh, you just told your brain I don't know how. It makes it be quiet for a second so you can shove in another thought. Thank you, Rondi, for hearing me. I love throwing out the zingers. You remember what you did the other day, and you took a picture? Please share it. So I don't know how because it tricks your brain. So it's like, thank you for noticing, John. And I love me some men, and I help a lot of men. Ask me anything, please. So you trick your brain and you say, I don't know how, because that makes that little negative thought pattern that shut up for a minute. I don't know how, and it's like, what do you mean? What do you mean you don't know how? And then you can shove in like, I only know that it's happening. I don't know how I live a total joyful life. I don't know how I make so much money just by being myself. I only know that I do, and I'm completely fulfilled. What? Yes. So, I don't know how I have such a great relationship after having so many horrible ones. I only know that I do, and I'm completely fulfilled. You see that? So, that's another great little tip for you. It's the cliff notes for that book, and it's ways to trick your brain. Because coming from the hell that we were raised in, and also society that we're being poisoned in, and we're being like, if you haven't noticed, like, hey, if you haven't noticed in the media, which you should turn off your TVs, and in society, we are being poisoned. Men are being devalued and women are being erased. If you haven't noticed, I mean, just scroll through any news organization, and you're gonna see that. Like, leave behind the 3-letter agencies. You're welcome. Oh my God, I love it. Thank you. So that's a little trick that leads to the forgiveness, because the forgiveness and the whole and again, I'm the same. I'm totally the person. I'm the first person that's gonna roll my eyes and say, "Oh my God." But with the forgiveness of yourself is the same as loving yourself. And again, I don't even that, like self-care, self-love. We're gonna do some self-love techniques. We're gonna wear white, and we're gonna have crystals, and we're gonna totally work on our self-love and self-care. I'm out the door. There's a reason that my social media says Angela Shelton 007, because that kind of stuff I've climbed out the back. I'm like, see, I'm just like, it doesn't resonate with me. The whole because it's not my first rodeo. I'm 50. I know I look good, and I look good because I've done this healing technique. I've done this healing work, and I am actively, constantly working on my own body health, and it shows. But the whole buzzwords of self-care, self-love just doesn't resonate with me personally. I'm into okay, what does that even mean? What do you mean by that? It's body, mind, and spirit maintenance. It's like, give me something to do, not this whole just love yourself. I'm like, love yourself. Don't use things that have batteries. You get desensitized. I mean, you're welcome. Y'all, anything that uses batteries, just get it away and go back to the real deal. this is my note to self. Is it okay to drink coffee? You can do whatever the hell you want. Quit the corn. Yeah, exactly. Quit the corn and the battery operated items. You're welcome. Worship at the church of the phallus. That's what I do. And listen, I'm just telling too much this morning. And you know what? I'm going to forgive myself because I love myself. And I'm looping around. I'm going around all the parts and come back to the point. What'd you say? And the forgiveness thing and the loving yourself thing are the same. And First time here. Oh, hello. Oh, you're welcome. You've welcome to the circus, to the carnival of crazy. but it's not crazy. It's fun as hell. But call me crazy all you want. I love it because I'm like, hey, if you, hey, baby, I like that. That feels nice. You're welcome. Thank you. Something that accepts 220 volt. Yeah, I, um, I'm not a proponent. I help a lot of men and couples and get rid of the batteries, y'all. Is my advice. She had a launch event on Saturday. There was 145 of us. Oh, nice. Oh my God, you're a professional clown. Literally, I'm in a circus. I love you. My life is a circus. What are you doing later? All the clowns freak me out. Don't you like get freaked out by? The people get freaked out by clowns, right? Probably you don't buy expensive cosmetics. No, I do not buy expensive cosmetics. No, I was in the modeling industry. For years. I was in the fashion. I was 14 to, I stopped modeling when I was 26. But I mean, my biggest like catalog years were like 17 to 20, and I was made up to be like look like I was 30, 40 years old, and I was selling polyester pantsuits to women who in their 50s who then I'm sure had insecurities looking at me at 17 years old, made up to, they're like, my legs will never look like that. I'm like, yeah, because I'm 17 years old. And yeah, so I know that world well, and I'm not a proponent, and I don't support any of that. And I actually have thought about writing a book about my times in the fashion world, but I was like, I genuinely don't, I want to waste my time. I'm like, why would I spend my time on that? But I feel like I might eventually, I might tell a whole story about my modeling days. Lord have mercy, do I have stories? By the way, I saved a couple of ladies from, a girl models from being roofied who actually had been. Please don't cancel me if I said that word out loud. You gotta be so careful when somebody puts something in their drink and then they, I'm the one that rolled them over. Thank you. My shoulder and protected them when the out of nowhere the Playboy shows up and he's like, "I will take her to the hospital," and I'm like, "Ha! Like hell you are." I see what you did, buddy, and you need to get the hell out of my face before I hit you with my sword. You know what I'm saying? So we're on forgiveness today. It's not worth it. I was in World 2. We should collaborate. Yes. Woohoo. Hey, how are you? So, forgiveness and self-love, I believe, are the same thing. Because when it all boils down to the brass tacks, you are a divine spark of spirit. You're like a piece of God. If you actually like science and things like that, we are all star stuff. We're all made of the same stuff. We're all breathing the same air. We are the same air. We're all actually, you know what I mean? Like, y'all, clean it up down there. Because like that's a whole nother. There's a whole nother discussion of like, oh my God, the people who are just lying to each other. Oh my God, and y'all are spreading all kinds of things. Woo. So, in that realm, we're all in this together, and we're all part of the same stuff. I'm going to use the word God because it makes the most sense. But you can, whatever word you like that doesn't make you hold a sign and cry about it. You know what I'm saying? So, when you are coming from the place of that, like you are a divine spark of spirit, totally connected to the infinite, you're forgiven and loved every moment of every day. You see what I'm saying? So you don't need to sit around and write letters to yourself. You just be, because that is you. You're being. But to get there, to get to remind yourself that you are a divine spark of spirit, that you are a piece of God, that you are a vehicle through which the infinite source and amazingness comes, you gotta sometimes do this work. And it works to write a letter to yourself of just, you know what? Oh hell, I have stopped myself for so many ways. I'm actually going to forgive myself, Today, right now, I'm going to forgive myself for all of the times I had actually, I really like obscure, really good beers, especially dark, because I'm Irish. But you know what's in my growler? Milk. Hmm. Truth. Raw milk is now in my growler. So when you see me bust this out, you're like, is she drinking beer in the morning? No, I am drinking raw milk, and it's in my growler. So I forgive myself for, oh God, all the bad choices in the times and wasting time. You know, because there's so much time that we waste. Oh my God. And good morning, Hugs. You must be in shock. What do you mean you're in shock? Please stop and share. I love it. What a wonderful one. Oh, thank you. Hatred. Hatred just said I was a wonderful woman. I love it. So, the reason I share all this stuff and the reason I'm so goofy and the reason I have puppets and the reason I do so. I mean, honestly, if you have ADHD, I am every single thumbnail when you've got your 27 thumbnails up. When you're tab browsing, and you're like, you want to write a book? Oh, that's me. You want to make a movie? Oh, there I am. You want to write a song? Whoop, there I am. You know, I wanna go on adventures with hammock camping. Oh, there she is again. Oh my God. I want to go to the circus. What the hell? She's got a unicycle. Like, I I am your tab browsing of for ADHD. Like I do everything also, and the reason I am a kaleidoscope and the reason I'm everywhere is so that I do catch everybody everywhere, and I'm put. Hey, thank you. Hey, so that all the little nuggets of aha moments are spread everywhere. There's a reason I have a golf comedy. There's a reason I have a boxing movie for men. There's a reason that I'm a superhero for little kids. And there's a reason I won't stay in one little box, is because trauma and this BS is happening everywhere. So I am everywhere intentionally because I'm throwing it out like a kaleidoscope, like a reverse fireworks display, right? And it comes back to one prick. Blink. And my show that I'm doing, I'm starting it, I'm officially launching it in November. You can get tickets on my site, angelashelton.com. Is called Pricked. And the reason it's called Pricked is because it's prick ed instead of sexual ed, because we don't get sexy ed, we get, you know what I'm saying? So I have prick ed. It's prick education, all starting with that prick. And it goes through all the definitions of prick, including my father. Yeah. The comedy version, this is why I say I do comedy that's not funny. Because it's not funny. The stuff I'm talking about is not funny. It's mortifying and it's horrible. But I do the funny version so that you can hear it. And that's why I'm doing comedy in September. Please come. September 21st. Ladies can come only. In Nashville, I'm doing comedy about, that's funny, at the Happy Vagina, Happy Life Conference. Yeah, about how to know yourself well. So they're bringing me to do comedy. Is so funny. It's so funny. And there's a reason I'm doing that. And so my comedy is not funny. Okay? And it all comes back to one prick. But the definition of prick, like if you actually look at the definition, yes. Yeah, it is it's dark humor, but I'm like, I call it like healing humor. Humor to heal. Like humor, hilarious healing. Hilarious healing, right? So I'm sharing ways to get better, but I'm doing it in like hiding in plain sight. I'm telling y'all because you know me and you've discovered me, and I'm like that, and I'm also, I so wish I could see that. Please video with the, well, women only can come unless you're on my OF. Link in bio. But I'm gonna figure out some way to film it or share it or something. I promise. I'll maybe I can go live or something. I don't know. I'll figure that out. It'll be funny to share it with my fellas who can't come. They're like, but I love the jive. Why can't I come? And it's a women only event. Oh my God, my brother passed away yesterday. They found him at work in his car. Yeesh. God. So sorry. Good God. That's a zinger that you just laid out. Good Lord. Much love to you. Holy Jesus. What the hell are you doing on TikTok? Seeing me? Like, wow. Wait, you need Clyde half-ass for that, girl. Here, look. Shoo! Clyde. There. Clyde. This is Clyde half-ass. Because he's got half an ass. Clyde half it. Yeah. So, there's some... And he loves me. Jeez, I'm so sorry. That is... Exactly. That's not funny. It's not funny at all. None of this stuff is funny, really. I mean, I'm talking about, like, horrible things, you know? And... But I'm doing it in a way... So, the reason I do this is so that you can find aha moments that help you go faster. So I want you to heal and move on faster and have more fun than I did. Okay? What a great first experience. That's what he said. He was 22. You're welcome. Anyway, it's a gift. I mean, seriously, it was a nice thing. So yeah, oh God, that's intense. So much love. Are you coming to Texas? Bring me to Texas. Actually, Jay, who's my moderator on here, is in Texas, and I'd love to come to Texas. I go to Texas all the time. I've been to every state, down every highway, but I'm back on the road speaking engagements. So September I'm in Nashville. October is open, Halloween, and November it looks like I'm in London unless they shut us down. So we're like delicately looking at like, oh, what are they going to do during election time? Are they going to shut us down again to prepare for election? So it's a little bit, you are a good distraction. Well, I'm so sorry for that's intense. My brother died as well, and they didn't find him in a car, but those of you who've seen my documentary, you can watch it for free. It's angelashelton.com/documentary. My brother is in there, and he was a divine spark of spirit. He was a big old queen. He was a bear, if anybody knows that subculture in the alphabet city world. Alphabet, get it? LGBT alphabet. It's because if you actually look up the list, it's like they have the whole alphabet. Add a semicolon. I mean, my God. I was responding to Kitty, but yes is nice. So, my brother was a big old bear, and he got lymphoma, and he cured it with he did the whole radiation and everything. He was cured, and then it came back, and he told everybody, he said, I'm not going back to chemo because I'm too pretty. And he's like, I'm too pretty. I'm not doing that, and I'm just going to let this run its course. And it took him. And he was in hospice, and I was pregnant at the time with my daughter, and I didn't go there because they didn't want me to go, yada yada. But anyway, so we were Skyping and basically having our goodbye letter on Skype, and he's just awesome and just funny, like saying all the things he always wanted to say as he was dying. And then I'm like, well, I mean, God, what do we do now? Just, I love you, and he gave me great advice. I told him I love him, and I was like, what do we do now? I mean, did we just like hang up? And he goes, well, honey, you're gonna have to hang up because I'm paralyzed. So, till the day he died, it was just so funny. And I'm like, oh God, I love my family. Well, you're gonna have to hang up because I'm paralyzed. So that was my dear brother. So I'll leave you with that. I'll also tell you another funny story because I love me some stories. My grandmother was mean as hell. She beat my mom and her brothers her whole life, like beat us. And then she used to beat me and my cousins too, until I cursed her out in the middle of the family reunion. I was 8 years old. In the family reunion. Picture me, little redneck girl in the mountains, no shoes. I still have no shoes. And some things never change. One of my husbands, we can go there, that's funny. One of my husbands said his biggest complaint about me was that I always had dirty feet and I didn't read the New York Times. Look, I still got dirty feet, and I still don't read the New York Times because why? Why would you do that? And why would you waste your time? So yeah, there you go. Look, some things never change. Just love yourself. I am not related to Blake Shelton, but we can pretend. Call him and say, "Hey, see her boxing movie." Blake Shelton needs to see my boxing movie. I'm just gonna put that out there. Blake Shelton sees Angela Shelton's movie, The Hammer, and he loves it. Amen. So, yeah. Um, where where was that? Good morning, Jay. I was just talking about you in Texas. Bring me to Texas. How'd your voice change? So I'm telling you something. Oh my goodness. So my grandmother was very violent, and she beat her kids, right? So she calls me one day, and she's like, "What's the matter with your mama? She ain't calling me back." And I was like, "Oh God, I do not get in the middle of these family feuds. I don't want nothing to do with it. I will." Um, it's funny. I need your meds. Okay, my meds are spirit and meditation and God. So there you go. Um, so my grandmother was was like, "Why ain't your mom calling me?" And I said, "Gran, you know what? You beat her whole life, because I don't deal with family feuds. I will lay it out on the table. I'm the one that like brings up the elephant in the room. And Gran, you beat her whole life, and she's finally dealing with her healing, and she doesn't want to talk to you. So, because you beat her." Silence. You don't know what I just said that to like grandma. Silence. Ah, well. That's what she said. Gran, mom's not calling you because you beat her whole life and she doesn't want to talk to you. Pause. Oh well. Oh my God. So, oh well has been shared with my friends all over the world. For dear my adopted father, even apparently on his deathbed in another country, was like, "Oh well." Like, "Oh well. Oh well." So I need to. Oh well. Oh Jesus. My brother was a rude growing up, but he also was one that tried to keep me from leaving. Aw. With a 33-year-old at 15. Whoa. You need to do that to my mom when she starts on why I won't come over. Yeah, seriously. "Mom, you beat me my whole life. I'm not coming over." See what they say. Well, oh well. You about to cleave some stuff? Oh, yes. It's a whole sort. This represents trauma for no sense beating on kids. Seriously, like my grandmother, beat everybody until I cursed her out in the middle of the family reunion, and she never hit me again, y'all. My mother never did that, and she beat my mother until my mother was 29. 29 years old was the last time my grandmother, like physically beat. Like we're talking like wailing on her with fists and stuff. When my mother was 29 years old. And my uncle had to pull my grandmother off of her. You know why? I'll tell you why. Ready? Because my mama had gone next door, and she was the neighbor. And when my grandmother came up the hill, the lights were on in the house. So from the little state road, or that's not even a state road, from the back road, with the light and the way it was on in the house, you could see this. So my grandmother marched next door, opened the door, jerked my mom up, and drug her across the yard, beating her the whole way. You know what? Sometimes it's justified. Oh my God. The stories. The stories. You're like, "What'd you say?" Well, don't you go doing that with everybody can see it. At least close the blinds. Why are you doing that in the window? So that's what happened. Just saying. Are you moving? Are your movies on the website? It is AngelaShelton.com. So yes, AngelaShelton.com. That's everything, and I'm in the process of organizing things. Forgive me now. Write a letter of forgiveness to me because I have so much stuff. I'm like, how do you organize a kaleidoscope? I don't know. I'm working on it. Yeah. I love you. I do. You're so cute. Listen, he represents all the boys in their 20s who love me. Clyde. This is Clyde Halifax. He doesn't like anybody but me. Yeah, I know. Oh, ouch. Damn it. A bite. Yeah, so, so if anybody else is around, this is what he does. But with me, he loves me. He can't get enough of me. Yeah. Yeah, AngelaShelton.com. Yay. Bye, Stay. Bye, Cynthia. Have a blessed day. God dang, I'm so sorry. It's horrible. So, yeah. So, anyway, where were we? A kaleidoscope of life. We're on our forgiveness letter. You know, for forgiveness of yourself. Yeah. Forgiveness of yourself. Chew on that, honey. Chew on that. How does that look? What does forgiveness of yourself mean? For me, I swear, it sounds so like poppycock. Like, I'm just like, oh, brother. I just roll my eyes. I'm like, oh, brother. Forgiveness of yourself. Self-love. And I wrote this stuff. But it works. It works. It does. It does. And I just shared a video that I was watching this morning of this really great guy who works with men. And he was... There's a I don't know what all these pussies are doing over there. I get to join your VIP today. You need to do what? What's my VIP? And where is it? What are you joining? Are you joining the Rockstar Reformers? Is that what you mean? That would be amazing. I do have a private network for reformers. Yeah. Acceptance of yourself as well. Yeah. Acceptance, love, like you're the only one that you get. You might as well love it, love it up. And also, full body love, no batteries. Full body love, no batteries. YouTube, are you having a problem over there? Dang it. It's buffering or something. I'm so sorry. So, wow. Oh, cool. I'm so glad. And then you can see each other. Yay. So, in my Rockstar Reformers, on Thursdays, I'm in there. And there's stuff happening in there every day, but I'm in there on Thursdays at noon Eastern Time, every Thursday, live, as a check-in, with a warrior check-in. So, it's like celebrating where we're at in our lives and also asking for whatever help you need. That's pretty much the basic. And connecting with each other and just being like, hey, what's up? How you doing? How's it going? You need help? You're back at my family's house? No, I'm actually on the road. You know where I am, Jay? This is what happens. I'm at Heather's house. Heather, who's not on here because she's in there making some bacon. Because she said, hey, you pass by my house when you come up to 81. Why don't you come over? And I'm telling you right now, when you tell me that, I am going to show up. My ass is going to be on the thing. I slept here last night. We stayed up late and did regenerate together. Like, it's so... And here I am, and you and me, and I'm gonna a little bit make fun of her in a beautiful way. When she's like, I don't know why I'm single. I'm like, you have 11. I mean, if you were wondering
I got
why,
a lot of pussy.
You got 11. So I mean, if you were
pussy.
wondering why you're single, let's talk about it.
Will you eat out here in front of everybody?
Sure.
Okay. All right.
And she's hot as hell, by the way. I'd say she's hot as hell and she's single, but she has 11. I wanted to sleep outside. I was actually going to sleep right here, Jay. I was going to sleep right there. But there's a big old bear and a baby bear, like right over there. It all rhymes. And I was like, maybe I'm not going to sleep outside in that hammock. So I slept in a room with shut the door. Literally, like, Rondi, we need to go on a road trip and then come to Heather's house. We'll put a tent outside. No bears. For real. It came right back. I'm heading off soon. I love you. Mwah. I love you. And let's do it. Yeah. And I'm coming to your house. Like, this is how... I don't know a stranger, and I understand there's a lot of creepers out there, and there's a lot of psychopaths, like, she was married to one, let me tell you. But I don't believe, nor do I live like that, like treating everyone like they're a psychopath and like you're, no, I love humans. And you'll be really surprised when you open up your mind and actually like spend time with humans. You're like, oh, I love you. So we got some clouds here in Texas. It was crazy, so hot. You're hot. Anyway, just sharing some love. I love from Austin. Hey, look, Austin. Here, Jay's in Texas too. Yeah. Here comes another fucking cat. I mean, there are 11 pussies in here. 11. And you cannot tell me, you can't ask me why you're single. You got 11 cats. I like cats too, but I mean, I'm not a dude, but I think like a dude. I do. That's why men love me, because I think like a dude. And I'm like, listen, there's 11 pussies in here. I only want one. You blew it. You blew it. Don't say. Oh. Did I get banned? I blew it, Rondi. She needs a muzzle. Give her a muzzle. Oh, you know what? Every single time I want to be like, say something, I'll. You got too many cats. You know what? I did look up the list that I can't, because I have been like, I've gotten in trouble so many times. There, you can't say anything like addiction or alcohol or any kind of. Oh my God! Look at you. You are so cute. And I love your.
I made homemade bread.
Of course you'd. I'll eat it. Fine.
Out of cottage cheese, though.
I'll eat it.
That's what I made it with protein.
Look at her.
Trying.
Hey, what? I mean, look. You're so cute. Look at you.
Hi.
Her, she's like a sexy mama.
No.
She is a little sexy mama.
I'm getting old.
Do you know this is crazy? I see people on these TikToks saying that word all the time, and they don't. Well, they say all kinds of things. They do. There's even like things out on TikTok, and then you're like, well, I don't know. You get banned. People are nuts. I don't know. I don't know, but she gets banned randomly. I know. She's so cute. Say hi, and I'll text her about Title IX. That's not Claire. Is the Title IX girl? Not. No. Heather is not the Title IX girl. My friend Claire is. And text Claire. She's is the one I stayed with in Virginia. I know. I have many friends and I stay all kinds of places. But yeah, my abductor and his family had 20 cats, and they wouldn't spray or neuter them. All these have been neutered. All of them. I don't know how she has the time to deal with all this. That is funny. So Heather, Soulshine, Heather and I both love cats. I have 10. Oh, that's what you meant, 10. Hey, Heather, Soulshine has 10. You got her beat by 1. Y'all should, I mean, is that, y'all want to do this? Oh, God. I love men. I love men. God bless. So, what? And how did the cupcakes turn out? She is so beautiful, by the way. And she can throw knives, y'all. Look. 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 Those are knives right there. Don't think I'm not going to throw them. Don't think I'm not going to.
I have a whole basket.
She's got a whole basket of knives that she throws. Like, seriously. I can't wait till we all do a play camp together. Because I do play camps for women, so.
All different sizes.
Can I have that? Oh my God. You know what? When you're wondering if you want to work on your anger a little bit at your ex-husband. What'd you say? I wonder if you. I love it when people are like, I don't have any anger issues. Okay. Oh look, there's a whole bag of knives that you can throw. Huh. Wow. After I heard the story of your ex-husband, I'm like, I understand why you have a bag of knives. Shoo! I'd have a bag of knives and other things too. Like, this is a cute little one. Holy cow. What? Yeah, play camp. You lock the cats. Oh, God. I love everybody. So, Ron, yeah, Messiah, Yeah. Yeah, Rachel survived kidnapping and SA at 14. Yeah, and his family was in on it. I mean, seriously, there's so many things that happen to all of us that you're just like, it's a wonder that we've gotten this far. Yeah. And also the fellas. I was just talking to a guy last night and just hearing the story of what his, oh my lord, ex-wife did to him. You're just like, for real? Like, what is that thing?
For these
What?
little ones here.
You put them in that
In
thing?
here, yeah.
Shut up! She just blew a knife with her. Wait? Hold on.
Blow
Hold on.
darts.
Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Can you see her? Wait. Hold on. Oh, I'm gonna switch over here. Hold on. Look. Don't you move, woman. How do I swipe left? Okay. I'm gonna flip my camera. No. Don't end. I'm gonna flip my camera. How do I do it?
I don't think you could do it.
I can do it. Hold on. There we go.
Yeah?
All right. Ready? Yeah. Are you serious right now?
You want to try?
Who? Hell yeah, I want to try.
It's all yours here.
Oh my god. Okay, listen. I love all y'all. Listen. Angela Shelton shoots a
Blow dart.
blow dart with her. Okay, ready?
See if she could blow.
I like that
It won't
part.
suck back out at you, but if you put it down, it'll fall out. So just keep it level.
Listen, it won't suck back out at you, but if you
Yeah.
keep it down, it won't. Oh!
How easy is that?
What?
Yeah.
This way? I see.
Yep, push it in, and then just push it through that little bit of plastic. But careful so it don't go down the tube too prematurely.
Shut.
You almost stack one on top
Ah.
of the other.
I like to stack it. I
Yeah.
like to stack it. Girl! Angela's just I've got a unicycle and a dart thrower.
Should I bring one up? I got a unicycle. I was
Yes.
down there looking for my sword. I couldn't find it.
Are you kidding me right now?
What?
I'm like, are you kidding me? Did y'all just move back far and try? I love your outfit. Okay, move back. I can't hear that. Oh my gosh. Amazing. Wait, hold on. Hold on. I'm going to flip my camera again. So I
You
can.
move back.
Okay. That was so funny. Okay. I'm going to shoot darts. I love you. I'm going over to TikTok because hold on. I'm going to close that. Listen.